Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you all are doing well. In this video we're going to be continuing on here with the Arizona Coyotes franchise mode. And this is going to be the year 3 off season, starting here with the draft. So we're just going to hop into things right here. It's been a while since I've played, so I don't really remember what exactly we have going on here. I believe New York Rangers have quite a few picks. Nope, it wasn't them. Maybe St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis. St. Louis has 3 picks here. Number 3, 6, and 11. Look, there's a few teams that want to trade their picks. Where are we drafting again? Right here. Picking at 28. Okay. Try to get my bearings back here. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played, so just look at it. Holy, we got a medium franchise power forward coming here from Prince George. And that wouldn't even come close to fitting on my team anyway, so that's kind of good that we don't have that pick, not gonna lie. Okay, let's see if there's anybody up here that we know would fit our system that we could potentially use. Shoot pinch, that is not what we want. We want pinch cycle for defense. Another defensive defenseman here. Shoot pinch. So it doesn't look like there's any top guys that we should really be targeting. So probably not going to be trading up in this one. Just use my pick around this range right here. So looks like there's a couple of decent options. Samuel Crosby. Alright, well, I'm just gonna sim up to my pick here. Don't want to waste too much time. Oops. Not proposed trade. New York Rangers get that stud of a pick. 83 overall. It's just nasty. Alright, sim to my pick here. See what we can do. Looks like we're already starting to get into some medium top 9s. There's an enforcer that went right here to Tampa. That's kind of interesting. See what we can get. Honestly, I'm not seeing a ton here. Could take a shot at this guy. Don't really know anything about him though. As far as these guys are concerned, actually a right-hand shot D-man might not be a bad idea. Balanced pinch, that would be perfect for my 3rd defensive pairing. I do already have Victor Soderstrom there though. Maybe this Samuel Crosby guy. I'm just gonna see where he fits in real quick. He doesn't really fit in anywhere on my forward lines. This guy's apparently a gem, but he's medium top 9. Esa Escalanen. Balance, shoot, energy, balance behind the net. He could maybe fit the 3rd line, so I think I'll probably end up going with this guy, just because there's not a ton here that I really like. I'd be mainly looking for right-hand shot defensemen, and that are defensive defensemen. There isn't really any of that. Although maybe this Ludwig Karlsson guy, because I could use a 2nd liner as well, defensive pairing guy as well. So I think we're gonna go with actually Ludwig Karlsson here. I convinced myself. Hopefully he's a defensive defenseman. These guys are 2A defensemen. I don't really want them. I could potentially take a shot at this guy, but I think he's probably going to be a 2-way forward. Or a 2-way D-man, sorry. Well, hopefully this guy's a defensive defenseman. We're going to go with him. There you go, defensive defenseman. Medium top 6. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of players available right now, though. We got this pick right here. Let's see what we've got now. Still have this. Actually, this might not be a bad idea, honestly. Bounce, like a bounce, crash the net. He could be good for the 3rd line. He'll have a red for his shoot cycle preference, but everything else will be green, so could be a good 3rd liner, 3rd line penalty killer guy for us. Yeah, that's probably who I'm going to go with. Maybe this guy. See if we can... see, he's just bounced across the board. Where would that fit? Nah, we're going to go with Patrick Watson here. Medium top 6, 63 overall. Not a bad pick. Alright, next pick. Alright, not seeing ton again. See if we can find defensive defensemen and then just guys that'll fit the first line. Will be maybe a goalie prospect. Jimmy Ronning here. That might not be a bad idea. Looks like we've got a couple of picks coming up here because we got a lot of guys that are recommended. So I think I'm going to take this. So let's go see where we're picking next. 23. I think I'll take... I want to get this goalie prospect. He's still a ways away yet, so I think I'm going to wait. Maybe this guy. If he fits, he might be decent. Behind the net, that'll be good for the first or fourth line. And he's got balance, shoot, bounce, balanced, which doesn't really fit anywhere. Alright, so we're not going to go with him. We don't know anything about him. Could just take a stab at one of these guys. Like this guy, he's probably going to be a power forward just based off of his height and weight. This guy's probably an offensive defenseman. This guy, he could be really anything. Let's see here. Lamb, he's probably a playmaker or a sniper. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take a stab at one of these two guys, I think. Take this guy. See if we can get a power forward. Two-way forward, okay. Wasn't expecting that. So to my next pick here. Hopefully that goalie is still there. And we're gonna take him right now. Perfect, there he is. Get another goalie prospect in here. There you go, medium elite. 49 overall. He's got a ways to grow, but he'll hopefully be decent for us in a few years. Another second. I had a lot of second round picks this year. Holy. This two-way forward. See what he is. Balance, shoot, balance, block. He could be good on our bottom 6 probably. We'll take him. Actually, there's this sniper down here. See where he fits. Balanced across the board with overload. I think we're going to take this two-way forward up here. They both would be kind of bottom 6 guys, but he's the Regan guy up there is the two-way forward, so I think he'd work a little bit better. Also want to take a peek at these two D-men right here. Shoot, pinch, nah, okay. We're going to take this Regan guy. Don't think too much into this here. Got a couple of two-way forwards with top 6 potential, so that's good. Hopefully they'll be able to help fill out that bottom 6. Alright, we got Tyler Robbins. Big two-way D-man. Don't know anything about him though. And Serge Aubin. Balance, shoot, balance, bounce, crash the net. This is the perfect chemistry for our third line. This is exactly what it is everywhere. So I think I'm going to pick him. But we'll also look at this Emil Ullman guy, see who he is. Balance, cycle, energy, blah. Now, okay, I'm taking this guy for sure. Says he's 3 years out, so he'll be actually probably in the 60s. Yeah, 60. That's actually pretty solid. Sniper for that third offensive line, that's solid. That's a good pick right there. Hopefully we can develop him. Alright, our fourth pick here. See what this guy is. Brad Beauchemin. Cycle pinch. Could be decent. That doesn't really... I don't know anything about him. Cycle pinch as well. So I'm thinking it's probably between one of these two D-men. They both cycle pinch, both 4 years. This guy's a bit younger, so I probably would go with him. Got this Pablo Pekka guy, who is a goalie, but has low scouted, high elite. I actually want to look at this Skylar Ryan, see if he's cycle. Okay, so I think we're going to take one of these 3 D-men. Corso, Boscheman, or this Ryan guy. And of these, see, this guy's being recommended to me. But this guy's like the youngest of them, so I think I'm going to go with him. Hopefully he's a defensive defenseman. Alright, well, that's good. Hopefully we can grow him. Low top 6 might be hard, but we'll see what we can do. Send him to the next pick. I've got a lot of picks in this draft. Holy. I guess I made some trades. Like I said, it's been a while, so I really don't remember a ton of how I got all these picks, but we're going to go with it. Balance, block, overload. Doesn't really fit a ton of lines here. Another D-man, cycle pinch. I might just take him. Balanced cycle energy block, crash the net. Not really a ton there. Actually, wait. No. There's not a ton. I'll probably just sim up the draft pretty soon here. This guy, let's just go with him. Why the hell not? I'm just taking a stab at this point. Yeah, I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft here. I'm just taking guesses at that point, trying to find guys that fit chemistry. So we'll just let the game pick those later on, guys. Get going to this re-sign phase here. Looks like we got a lot of scouts to re-sign, so we'll just go take care of the coaches and the scouts first here. I do not have the owner mode on, so I don't really have to worry about the salary budget for the scouts and coaches, which is nice. So I just give these guys whatever the hell they want, so they re-sign. It's really not anything crazy to this process. This might be the last guy. Yeah, that's the last one. Perfect. I've got to re-sign some players. Hopefully, I think I gave some extensions out already, so I don't think it'll be too bad. All expiring. We got Dominic Cahoon. He does not want to extend. That's alright. I really didn't use him a ton, I don't think, last year. So he's up to an 85, though. It would have been a nice asset to trade. But it's alright. Yanni Yannick. Oh, I think he wanted a huge contract during the season, so I was just going to wait. Okay, well, his asking price is $7 million. What do I got for caps? $24 million. I mean, I could do that. Just lock him up. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on my first line in the future, though. So it might not be a bad idea, honestly. Times point. Oops. So it's 7050 times 0.90 for this point. So 8 years at 6.35 million. I should be able to sign him for. So if we can get that, I feel like I mean, that's not terrible for a 22-year-old at 83. It's taking a bit of a gamble, because if he doesn't grow, that could be a bad contract. But I'm thinking he's going to be first liner for us, and I'm thinking he'll grow. So I don't know. That's tough. That could be a tough contract to move, but it could be a really nice contract as well if he doesn't grow. Or if he does grow. I think I'm going to give it to him. And hopefully that he does develop how we think he will. He has some confidence in him. You know, as an organization, I think I'm going to show some confidence in him as well. Justin Bailey, he wants to come back. I think he was just an AHL guy for us. See what he did down there. He could be good to help out some young guys grow, so might not be a bad idea to bring him back if he wants back. I accidentally pressed circle too many times here. Dominic, who I'm not even going to attempt to re-sign him. He's going to want, a lot of money. It's just not going to work. So you can go. Anyone who doesn't want to come back, is just AHL, can also leave. I really don't care. Don't want to bring back 31-year-olds. You can go. Semgus Girgensons, he's dropping off. Don't need him. Hayden, it was nice to have a power forward down there. Looks like we got a lot of guys to re-sign. So I'll just go offer these guys contracts, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. I'm assuming they'll all just be minor league contracts, so nothing too crazy. Just going to be time consuming and boring to watch. So yeah, I'll just see you guys when I'm done handing out all these contracts. Okay, I'm back. And I gave basically everyone, other than Jan Yannick, which you guys saw, I just gave them minor league contracts, like 1 to 3 years, like 700, 800,000. Nothing too crazy. 2-way contracts. Nothing not interesting, nothing that exciting, but just kind of easy stuff. Nolan Foote, though, it's interesting with this guy. Like I've said in the past, this guy is going to be Clayton Keller's future line mate. I'm expecting this guy to become very, very good. So, I can sign him right now. He's pretty cheap, right? I could get him to a nice 2-way, 3-year deal. Nice and cheap, entry-level contract. It's minor league contract, I should say, actually. So just like cheap stuff, right? And he could be very good for us. Another thing I was looking at, we could go make this a 1 year or a 1-way contract, bump this up to 8 years, and he only wants 1.37 million. So like he could be a very, very cheap option, and if he grows how he will grow, because he's going to be playing on the second line with Clayton Keller, who is a stud, is going to be, I'm expecting him to get to like at least 85, 86 overall in a couple of years. So we could just lock him down now, have like a second line, probably about 70-point man making like a little over $1 million. That's a very, very, very good contract. His value is going to be insane. But the problem with doing that is it takes him until he's 30, and he's got the first couple of years where he's going to be a lower overall, making this much money. So I'm not sure I want to do that. I'd rather go like something like a 2-way contract. We go like 1 or 2 years, take him till he's 23, 24, and then we lock him up. It's going to be a little bit more money because he's probably going to be a lot better. But we'll get him longer, and I'm still thinking it's going to be a pretty reasonable contract because he's probably only going to be like 81, 82 when he wants that, and then we can get him for 8 years till he's like 31, 32, and then probably around 3 to 4 million is what I'm thinking, which is still very, very good. So I'm thinking that's kind of the route I'm going, but those are kind of the two options I'm thinking of here. And I'm thinking of getting him in the NHL this year, so I'm just going to debate between if I want to go 1 or 2 years here. Go 1 year with Clayton Keller, have his overall jump, and then, or go 2 years and have his overall jump a little bit more, and then get him for longer. It's going to be a balancing thing here, because I want to avoid paying him a ton of money if I can. So I think for that reason, I'm only going to go 1 year. If he doesn't grow much, or it's kind of, we're going to come back to the similar situation next year, which I don't think is the end of the world. So we're going to give him that 2-way contract, 1 year, 800,000. And that should be good. And I don't have anybody to re-sign from this most recent draft or last year's draft. So we're just going to sim up until these guys all re-sign. And then I'll take it to free agency. So we'll see you guys there. Okay, I'm back here. We are going into free agency. Before we do that, I'm just going to take a peek at what we have here going into this year. We have quite a bit of cap space, so we can definitely make some moves here in free agency. I'm thinking just based off of just quick glances, right? I'm thinking Luke Hughes, Jack Quinn, and Nolan Foote, as well as Jan Yannick, and maybe Halschuk's still a ways out yet. But those three guys, I'm thinking are kind of going to be trying to take another step this year, trying to develop them a little bit. So we might almost take a step back this year to take a couple steps forward next year in terms of like overall team success, right? We made it to the Western Conference Final this past year. We might maybe even miss playoffs or be an early round exit this year just so we can try to develop these guys. But what we have here up front, we have Keller, DeBrusk, Schmaltz, Carlin, Sanford, Dvorak, Hayton, Yannick. That's some pretty solid guys so far here. Let me sort by overall real quick just so I can get a feel for how many forwards we have. So we have 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So looks like we have our forward core pretty full. Make sure I didn't miscount that. It's 10, 11, and 12. Yeah. So we maybe could grab another forward or two, but I want to try to give time to Foote for sure. And maybe if Jack Quinn grows a little bit more, we could even get him some time up in the NHL this year. I'm hoping he takes this like maybe up to like a 77 for after the offseason here for the start of next season. And then in terms of defenders, let's see what we got here. So what we got here on defense, we've got Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who's already down to an 86. So he's starting to drop off a little bit, 31 years of age. He's already dropped to a top 4 exact from his from his elite exact. So he's going to be regressing. He's still got 4 years left on that deal, so if we'd probably be best interest to move him sooner rather than later. Got Chikrin, Evan Bouchard, who I'm not tied to yet because he doesn't really fit. Then, Uyghur, Soderstrom, Zadorov, Capobianco. And then we got like Luke Hughes, Deneen, Priesing. So we got like a lot of D-men here. A lot of depth, and we could give some young guys some time here, I think, this year. Then we got Kemper and Hill in net. He's still an exact starter, so he'll be good for at least this year, next year. Prosvetov. I mean, if we can continue to grow, we can maybe use him in the NHL in the near future, but he's 24, so I don't know if he'll really grow. But yeah, it looks like we don't really need a ton, and since I don't really know what my coach is, or what players my coach, what lines the players in free agency will fit on with this coach, because he's still in the AHL, so none of them will be scouted for my current coach. That's what I was trying to say. Jeez, McKinnon, Huberdeau, Larkin, Besser. Jeez, this is a nasty free agency class. Holy. And it would be nice to get my hands on some of these guys, right? Like Brock Besser here. 26 years of age, it could be a nice addition, but I don't know where he'll fit. So, and he's an RFA, never mind, that wouldn't work. Where the heck does it say RFA or UFA? I'll just go to UFAs, make things easier for myself. There we go. So we could dish out some money for sure this year if we want to take a stab at some of these guys. But, I mean, right, like Dylan Larkin here. That'd be nice, but does he fit on my HL coach's second line? I don't know. He fits on my current NHL coach's second line. But, I mean, he could be an absolute beast of a player for us, right? You go with Larkin, and then you go with Clayton Keller as your 1-2 center core. I mean, that's really, really nice. Same thing with like a McKinnon. Right? He's 27, a little bit older than Larkin, but only a year. And he still is the beast. But again, it's like, you don't know if you'll fit with the current coach. I don't want to shell out that kind of money with that kind of term if I don't know that they work 100%. So I think, kind of like the Jake DeBrusk signing, I just wanted to be kind of simpler, like 1 year type things, and we'll just kind of see if guys fit. That's where I think I'm at. But there's no like top end guys that are there. So, Roop Hintz. He's a younger guy. He's still got some potential. Two-way forward. Add him to our depth that we have here. That might not be a bad idea, honestly. 2 years, he's cheap. I think we're going to roll with that. We'll give you 2 years. Yeah, we'll go 2.75. I've got money to spend. We're competing with Chicago. Let's actually just go up to 3 million. Why not? 2 years, 3 million. There you go, bud. Come to the desert. Ryan Getzlaff, a veteran. I mean, there's not a ton here that I really want to go after. Might not be a bad idea to try to get some more like snipers and whatnot, see if they fit, but I think I'm pretty content with the team that we have here. And I'm thinking this year's going to be a bit of a growth year, trying to develop some of these younger guys rather than make a deep playoff push again. So we'll just sim up a few days here, see if I definitely do not want to be doing that, no chance. But sim up a few days here and see if we can get some, not doing that either. See if we get some guys to resign. Or see if we can get that guy to sign. Roop Hintz, I believe, is what I offered it to. Extremely happy to accept it. Perfect. So I'll just sim up to the start of the next season now. And I'll see you guys there. Alright, we are here at the start of the next season. We're going to go into Edit Alliance, just kind of show you guys what we have. So, DeBrusque, Keller, Garland here. Once again, I think Keller's going to move down to this line. We'll move some guys around for sure. See what Roop Hintz is. Balance cycle, balanced. That could actually be decent for us in our bottom six with the new coach. That could be good. I mean, still a pretty solid team here. Jan Yannick, he already grew. That, okay, yeah, I'm very happy with that. He's already an 85 overall. That was a great decision right there. He got him till he's 30. 85 overall, making like 6 mil. That's solid. It's a great option right there for us. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Soderstrom up to an 83. That's perfect. I mean, he's going to be on the third pair. He's our third pair defenseman, so that's really, really good for him. As far as goalies, looks like Kemper dropped off a little bit, 84. Actually, I forgot to take a look at, well, yeah, he's still 86, okay. In terms of scratch players, oh, Foot's already up to an 81. Shit, maybe I should have signed him, locked him down. Okay, I'm glad I only gave him 1 year, though. He actually fits the first line right now for this coach. So he's going to be for sure playing this year. AHL, let's see if Quinn, he's up to a 77. Do I give him 1 more year in the AHL or play him in the NHL? That's going to be a tough decision to make right there. He fits the second line so well with this coach. Also got to take a look to see if the NHL coach is ready. Yeah, that's just a quick overview of kind of what we got going on here. Not going to go too much into depth right now. See who the captains are. Stepan Dvorak. Oliver Ekman-Larsson is still the captain. So yeah, that's kind of what we got going. Alright, I'm going to make probably these, actually before I end it there, I'm going to take a look at the coaching staff, see where Calvert is. A B-. So I could probably give him 1 more year as the AHL head coach, but I'm thinking B-. That might be okay for a head coach in the NHL. So I'm just going to go to high coach to see kind of what NHL coaches are. NHL head coach. Looks like B is kind of the lowest. What about an NHL associate? That's where you start getting the B-. So it might not be a bad idea to give him 1 more year in the AHL. Or if I want to try to grow the guys, we could, AHL head coaches, like the best ones are like B-. So he's definitely an NHL coach right now. I'll see. I'll have to look what his individual stats are here, or what he's got for coaching. Looks like he's got good coach influence. He is very close to getting that offense up. He's actually very close to. I'm thinking 1 more year in the AHL for sure. Get him, and then we can bring him back next year as the NHL head coach. His contract is expiring after this one. or we could just throw him to the Wolves, see if he can get better with a good year in the NHL, because we have some good players. Anyway, I'm going to make these decisions, I think, at the start of next episode. So we'll see you guys then. That'll be it for this one. Thank you all for watching. It's very much appreciated. If you do like this content, you want to see more, please do leave a like, and remember to subscribe to keep up to date with this series. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.